Fakes left, now taken off. Gonna run for it. He got it! And there he goes! The 6 or the 10 to 5. Oh, the play of the year in the NFL.
Welcome back, everyone. We are here with episode 5 of the Buds Mafia podcast. I'm here with my boy, Jackson Dick. Obviously, the Super Bowl last night. What'd you do for the game? I just got to stay at home. I was going to come to yours, but just stayed at home, watched the game with my old man. But how was your Super Bowl Sunday?
No, yeah, it was good. We had some friends over, went over to the parents' place, and giant spread, a few pops, just hung out. This is one of the best football games I think I've ever seen in my life. I've never been so excited to watch the downfall of a team. The Chiefs, in my opinion, I don't know, I wasn't really fully conscious when the Patriots dynasty was happening, kind of at the tail end. I think I hate the Chiefs more than the entire Patriots dynasty. So I was very happy. It was a stinker of a game, really.
Yeah, it sucked.
But no, it was good. It was fun. It was fun. The halftime show stunk.
It was really. I'm not big into the music world right now. I don't really care. I mean, I like Kendrick. I think I do, but I don't know. Visually it looked cool, but I don't know what deciphers a good Super Bowl. I don't even remember what a good halftime was.
No,
I remember people lost it over Shakira J-Lo one, but I don't really remember a good halftime show, if I'm being honest.
If I'm being honest, you have Bruno Mars Beyonce one. That one I really liked because Bruno Mars and Beyonce have a dance battle. And Beyonce almost falls over, but she saves herself. I'm not gonna lie, the Katy Perry one where she came in on the giant lion.
I was just gonna say, yeah.
It was a little bit cringy, but it was pretty good. And then you had the meme of the fucking shark, the dancing shark, for years after that.
That's so.
And
funny.
obviously Creed
was so good.
So good. But no, it was good. It was just I kind of figured he wasn't going to play any old songs. But
it was all political. It was just all political, right? That's why it's just...
I don't know. It was just, I didn't think it was that great. I thought the choreography was really good. And
I was visually, actually, it looked pretty cool. I think, but just I don't know.
I like Kendrick's music. It was just
I'm
not going to lie. When he was smiling at the camera, when he called Drake a pedophile, it's a tough look for the 6 man.
Yeah, people are saying it's the worst. People are saying it's one of the worst halftimes of all time. I don't know about that. The Weeknd's one a few years ago was really weird to me during the COVID year.
Is that when he was fumbling through a mirror glass house?
Yes.
Yeah, that one was stupid.
Yeah. Before we dive more into Super Bowl, I want to talk about the NFL awards. The awards was arguably going to be my penalty box, but it's such a joke. It's the same thing with NHL. Why do we need all the... Why can't we just... I don't mind, the stage. I don't mind all that stuff. And now it's saying, Walter Payton, I thought that was super awesome what they do for that. But all these, dance of the year, the dancing up to the stage, it's so fucking dumb. Let's just talk about nominees, do all that, and get into the awards. It shouldn't... The fact that it was 3 hours or whatever the hell it was is disgraceful. But I digress. But yeah, I mean, most of the... I feel there's only kind of one shocker for the awards, I feel that we kind of were expecting. So Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jane Daniels, lock it up. Insane field, too. Neighbors, Brock Bowers, Brian Thomas, Bo Nix. Pretty solid list of nominees, but Jane Daniels obviously got the dub there. Pat Surtain, Defensive Player of the Year. I want to hear your thoughts on that. Did you expect him to win it? Did you kind of expect him to be number one? Was that pretty obvious?
He was locked down. He was locked down all year.
Who was number two? Who was right below him? Zach Bond? Was it someone else?
I would have either had probably Zach Bond or TJ Watt.
Yeah, so
but Zach Bond played really well. But he played great all season, but towards the end of the season is when where it was this guy's obviously now you're getting more national media attention, et cetera, right? If you're not a diehard Phillies fan or Eagles fan, you're not watching every single Eagles game, right?
Right.
But even watching him last night, that interception he made was ridiculous. But
we're going to talk about the Eagles. We're going to talk about the Eagles defense about last night. But
yeah. No, I agree with that for sure. I really do.
Offensive Player of the Year, Saquon. Over 2,000 yards. Jamar Chase finished third or fourth. He wasn't even second. I don't know. Lamar Jackson finished second for that, I'm pretty sure.
I was surprised it didn't go to Lamar.
We thought Lamar was going to win.
I was a little surprised. Really? I knew Saquon was going to win because of the over 2,000, just the year he had.
Yeah.
But Lamar's stats were insane.
They were pretty nuts.
And it's crazy because his stats were so insane that I was like, that was my argument to my brother about MVP versus Offensive Player of the Year. I was like, if you want to talk about stats, Lamar's the Offensive Player of the Year, Josh Allen's the MVP.
Yeah, I want to talk about later about the whole Dan Orlovsky versus Jeff Saturday, and I think it's Dominic Fox, where the fuck that guy's name. But yeah, I mean, let's quickly just Defensive Rookie of the Year, Jared Verse. I think you said that was a lock.
Yeah, he played out of dude. Those two rookies with Fisk and Verse.
Yeah,
I didn't even realize Fisk was a rookie.
They played together. And they played together.
I didn't realize Fisk was a rookie, and they're both amazing. Yeah, and Jared Verse is like, I want to say like going to be up there if he can continue it. Like especially playing in LA where they've had cornerstone edge rushers, like they've had Leonard Floyd, they've had Von Miller, and obviously they have Aaron Donald, right? Like they've had cornerstone edge rushers. If you can like draft a guy to bring him up, I thought that was a lock no matter what.
Yeah. And then comeback player of the year, Joe Burrow. You were definitely shocked about that one. I mean, a guy fucking died last year and then he finished his fourth in comeback player of the year.
So I didn't even know Joe Burrow was.
I didn't know either. I didn't know.
It was funny.
Did he play 10 games last year? How many games did he play last year?
10 games because he got the wrist injury or whatever. But
comeback player of the year.
I got out of the shower. It was 9 p.m. Flipped my phone and it was like NFL honors starting. I sprint into the bedroom. Threw the shit out of Taylor. Taylor thought someone died in our family. I was like, no. The NFL honors is on. I need to see who wins the MVP. But no, yeah, like, I don't know. I really think, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of lost my train of thought because I can't stop thinking about how dumb some of the things they did at the honors, like the dancing was ridiculous.
The only thing I thought was funny was the book reading when they went to Malik Neighbors reading I'm Open or whatever. Then it showed Josh Allen reading
Jim Kelly's book.
Jim Kelly.
I thought that was funny as well.
Dion's reading his own book. I thought that was pretty funny. But then, like, yeah, the dancing.
The Snoop Dogg and Jelly Roll thing. The Snoop Dogg and Jelly Roll thing. Like, Snoop Dogg had some funny jokes. Like, the one joke about Joe Burrow was funny.
And Bill Belichick and his 19-year-old girlfriend.
Yeah. The one joke about Joe Burrow was you can buy a Batmobile, but you can't buy a defense. That's so tough.
Yeah.
But no, for comeback player of the year, like,
I would have Sam Darnold over Joe Burrow. Just like literally a guy who was so
surprised. Like, again, like amazing statistics. Amazing statistics. Threw for over like I think he threw for like 49 touchdowns. I might be wrong.
He was just short of being in the 5,050 club. He was like a few touchdowns short and like a few 100 yards short.
Yeah. So like amazing season. Again, I don't know how when they gave it to Joe Flacco last year, that again came off the couch, took the Browns to playoff game, like cool. But like he died on the field.
I thought it was a shoe-in. I thought if that's a bet you're awarded the bet on, I feel like that was the easiest one.
He died on the field and then came back and in the Ravens playoff game. And even most of the year, like he had 3 interceptions all year. He got his first interception in the NFL this year. He played bad some games, but pretty good. And like for being able to step up in a defense that was really trying to find his identity this year, like, I don't know.
Even if he had a bad year, but he played every single game, he should have won comeback player of the year. Even if he was shit, but he played every game and started every game, he died on the field last year.
I would have given it to Darnold over. I would have given it to Darnold over fucking.
He was a
Burrow.
backup, but then he just goes in and has a historic, almost 40 touchdown season. Like I thought Darnold, but whatever. Well, we're gonna go on to the main event of the award show. Our Lord and Savior MVP, Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills. A lot of controversy, obviously. I mean, it was so tight. It was like 380 votes for Josh Allen and like 362 for Lamar. Someone voted Lamar like 4th, which is hilarious.
Someone voted Josh 3rd.
Yeah, on some of the vote. I love when you can see like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like, what fucking moron votes these guys like this?
I was so confused.
True stat, but I saw Josh Allen and Peyton Manning are the only 2 quarterbacks to win MVP with 0 All-Pro teammates.
Yes, I think that's true.
So
well, first team All-Pro.
First team All-Pro, because Deion Dawkins wasn't All-Pro. whatever Pro Bowl or whatever. But yeah, I mean,
the All-Pro team's different than the Pro Bowl team.
Is it?
Yeah. Because the All-Pro is like, it's All-Pro AFC, All-Pro NFC.
Right.
But
we're learning.
The Pro Bowl is like, they select a bunch of guys to go. The All-Pro team is like, that's the best position, best at that position. That's why when Lamar got chosen first team All-Pro and Josh was second team All-Pro, the odds changed so drastically because 9 times out of 10, whoever the first team All-Pro quarterback is gets the MVP.
Yeah. So I'm going to let you have the floor here. I'm going to kind of let you decide why is Josh Allen the MVP. I would have if Lamar would have won, I would not have been surprised at all. Like it was so close. It was a coin toss. It's the fact that people are saying that Josh isn't worthy of winning MVP. He was nominated. Like it's just the fact that if Lamar won, Lamar won. I thought it was 50-50, maybe even slightly better odds for Lamar. The fact that people are saying he didn't deserve this win, that's fucking insane. So I'm gonna let you have the floor here and kind of tell these delusional fans why he's MVP and why he was right up there with Lamar the entire season and ended up winning the MVP.
Well, let's just go first things first. Head to head, they're 1-1 this year, right? Who won the game that matters? Josh Allen. Who fumbled the ball and threw a horrible interception? Lamar Jackson. Like, again, no, I completely agree with you that if Lamar won, I wouldn't have been upset. My brother was actually very upset, which I was very surprised about because I didn't think he was going to be.
MVPs, come on, give Josh one.
But like, dude, well, people are calling it the pity award and the this award and the that award. The entire media at the beginning of the year said if Josh Allen gets this team to the playoffs, then he became Superman. What did he do all year? Very first game against Arizona, they're down 17-3. Come back, win 30-24 or something like that. Second game, absolutely blow out Jacksonville. Then you beat Miami. Absolutely blow them out. You lose 2 bad games to the Texans and the Ravens, finding your identity. Josh Allen had probably 2 of his worst games. I think he was 9 for 30 against the Texans. Like, horrible games, right? You look at the Ravens roster. They have 9 Pro Bowlers. They have Derrick Henry. They have Rashad Bateman. Zay Flowers is an amazing young wide receiver, right? And then you throw in all of these extra guys, right? Like a Tylan Wallace, which no one really knows. The Bills' fucking receiving core was all Tylan Wallace's this year. No disrespect to Tylan Wallace. I think he's a great player. Broke some huge runs this year, like for real. Their receiving core was made up of Amari
potatoes,
Cooper,
and
Khalil
type players.
They're yards after catch players. They're not boom or bust players. Keon broke a few, but Keon's a first year receiver. Like other than like a select few cases where if a rookie comes in and does super well, like Keon and Josh don't have that connection yet. They haven't played enough together. Khalil Shakir is the only receiver at the start of the season that had caught a ball from Josh Allen. You have an older Curtis Samuel who was playing through injuries all year. You have the cornerstone, Mac Hollins, who fucking everyone is written off. Problem with these people is that the Ravens got kicked by the Bills. They thought it was a bad game. Ravens played horribly. They literally gave up that game. And yes, Lamar almost got them back into it. But people can't accept the fact that the Ravens have a better roster. Like, I don't understand the point. The Ravens have a better roster. You know, like, to be, in my honest opinion, the real MVP of the entire kind of league, I think, was Josh, but it's Saquon.
Yeah, I agree.
In my opinion.
Yes.
Like, I would have been thrilled if it was Saquon. The Eagles aren't sniffing that Super Bowl without him. Absolutely not.
No.
You know what? And we need a little hand up accountability from you, actually.
Yeah, just a
little bit of hand up accountability.
I've been shitting on Jalen Hurts all season. Do I still think he's a league top 5? No, I don't. But Super Bowl MVP, incredible game. Outplayed Patrick Mahomes from the best O-line or whatever. But he played great. I mean, interception, blah, blah. But I mean, same thing with last Super Bowl he played, and he was incredible that game. I'm still not convinced he's incredible. Like, it all day long. But he did throw some dimes to A.J. Brown and then Devontae. But yeah, you can keep going.
Sorry, I had to add that in there.
My hand up was going to be raised at some point, but yeah,
I was talking all day to one guy at work about how I was going to rip you tonight because you were ripping Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
But no, you know, at the end of the day, I literally screamed in bed when Josh won MVP, and I actually almost cried when I saw the video of him reacting to the kids
I've seen it 20 times.
And that's the thing too, is like people want to paint Josh as this. They only see him as a football player. They don't see him as the person that he is. Like at the end of the day, he gives back to the community so much. Like he's a really, really good person. I'm not saying Lamar isn't. Lamar's a great person. The Ravens program or the Ravens football team is an amazing organization. The reason why those two letters MO in the end zone are emboldened in the Baltimore Ravens end zone is because there was a kid named Mo. I really wish I could remember his full name, but I can't remember the disease. He had some sort of disease or disability, and he ended up passing away. And the Ravens fans and everyone donated a ton of money. The organization did a lot for him. He would come into the game before the game and get the crowd hyped up. Like, these organizations are full of good people. It's just these idiots online, and that's what it is every day now. Like,
yeah,
you post a clip, it doesn't matter. But the fact that people want to deny that Josh didn't do more, or they think that he didn't do more with less, is just ridiculous. Like, you're not watching the NFL. He literally put the team on his back all season. Yes, he had off games. You know what? Yes, we had a good running back in James Cook. I saw someone making an argument saying that, James Cook rushed for more than 1,000 yards. Yeah, he rushed for 1,009 yards.
Yeah.
Okay. It's over 1,000 yards. And yes, he had a ton of touchdowns. But you're going to say that because we had James Cook, Josh Allen doesn't deserve the MVP? You have fucking Derrick Henry.
Who had like 1,700 yards. Like, yeah, doesn't make any sense. That video though with Josh Allen with the hospital and the girls at the end who said "We love you, Josh," and he's oh my god, I was like crying when I saw that. That video like 100 times. It's incredible.
You know what? And at the end of the day, like, you can tell that it's the media and the people around the NFL that this is their job, right? Like they need to get views. They need to dispute, whether or not Josh Allen deserves MVP. But when they take it and they twist it in such crazy ways to the fact where you're like, you just look at the rosters, look at the games.
Yeah.
Yes, Lamar had amazing games. The Bengals game where he threw for like over 500 yards. Yes, he had amazing games. The Bills, everyone predicted to be a single-digit win team this year. And they got to the AFC Championship game, right? Like, this was supposed to be a rebuilding year, and Josh Allen said no. So, everyone can fuck off.
Yep.
VP's sitting in Orchard Park. Give me that Buffalo Bills for the 2026 Super Bowl. And
yes, sir.
Yeah, that's that.
But did you see like that ESPN panel with Dan Orlovsky, why he said he voted for Josh Allen? And I think it's Dominic, I don't know the fuck that guy's name is.
Dominic Woodworth, and Jeff Saturday.
Him and Jeff Saturday. It's just like, also, it's not even like, you can debate 1-on-1 all you want. Stats, all of that. It's just these fucking childs on the other end, like making puking noises and just basically making fun of Dan for basically saying why he voted for the MVP, who ended up winning the MVP. Like, shut up. Like, fuck off. Like these fucking losers.
I saw someone saying, it's like, if I was Dan Orlovsky, I could not wait to be out of my deal.
Well, he took a step away today, right? He said he's taking a step down. So I don't blame him. Like, fuck these guys.
The people who he works with are horrible. And this is what it is. It's like Jeff Saturday, amazing center. Played with Peyton Manning, really good center. Horrible head coach.
There's a reason why he got fired after one season, or whatever season, whatever fuck it was.
And if you're playing center, yes, you're smart.
You're not a head coach,
but you've never sniffed MVP. The only thing you've sniffed is fucking Peyton Manning's hands on your ball sack. You dumb fuck. Especially Dan Orlovsky. Does Dan Orlovsky have some silly takes where he gets a little crazy and, whatever? Yes, every sports broadcaster does. But for people to actually I don't know. It's just I could not be in that business because it's even if you and I are disagreeing on something, I'm never going to attack you personally or be throw up noises and intentionally interrupt you unless you're saying outlandish shit. But you're supposed to be on a respected network.
And it's just and they're making fun of him because he voted for Lamar, or he said Lamar was all pro and then our first team, but he said Josh MVP. But he said yes, Josh Allen for all players in the entire league, he was the most valuable to his team. Then Jeff Saturday is well, is it most valuable to the Buffalo Bills or is he most valuable to the league? What's the difference? What are you talking about? He MVP, most valuable player you are to your team. Josh Allen by far was the most, or not, I shouldn't say by far, but he was the most valuable player to his team. So what are you talking about? Like, is he MVP of the Bills or the MVP of the league? Like, shut the fuck up. What are you talking about? Doesn't make any sense.
I can't fucking stand. They're all fucking dumb. I can't fucking stand them. Like, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Like, it's, I don't know. Did you not think it was a little weird? Like, my parents didn't think it was weird. Did you not think it was weird that, like, Deion Dawkins was up there for Josh Allen? LaShawn McCoy was up there for Saquon.
Oh, Kurt Warner was there for Joe Burrow.
Was that not weird? Like,
it was weird.
Wouldn't Jamar Chase be up there? Your number one wide receiver who you've literally spent the last fucking 10 years playing football with because you went to the same university?
I don't blame LaShawn McCoy because usually the players who are in the Super Bowl don't attend these awards, obviously. And LaShawn McCoy is a historic, or I should say he's one of the top running back for Eagles history, but...
No, at least LaShawn McCoy played for the Eagles.
Yeah. Kurt Warner has no affiliation to Jordan.
Kurt Warner plays for the fucking St. Louis Rams in the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah.
Like, amazing quarterback. Went to 3 Super Bowls, won 1.
MVP.
But that...
It's definitely weird. Definitely weird. But yeah, I think it's time to finally move on to the main event. I didn't think we were talking about the awards that long, but I guess a lot happened and everything that kind of happened in between.
Well, you said you gave me the floor talking about the MVP.
Yeah, so there you go.
Gotta stop giving me the floor.
Yeah, it's 0-0-1. But Super Bowl, Chiefs going into this game, I think they're 1.5 favorites over the Eagles. I think we both said the Chiefs, I think we both had the Chiefs winning. He says, we didn't want them to win, but I think we both had the Chiefs winning. I don't know about you, but my bet the farm, my lock of the week, did not even close to hitting. I had Saquon, Kelsey, and Mahomes anytime. I had 3 bets that involved Saquon anytime, but none of them hit. And I was so rattled.
Yeah, me too. It was a ridiculous showing from Kansas City's offensive line.
It looked like they're the Super Bowl against the Buccaneers like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever it was.
Probably one of the worst offensive line performances I've ever seen. And Travis Kelce's dropping balls. Marquise Brown is dropping balls. They only had 19 yards in the first half.
Yeah, that's
19.
Yeah, Mahomes threw for 23 yards in the first half.
And you want to know what? All year, people have been saying, oh, Kansas City's fake. Kansas City's fake. And everyone's like, oh, they're not fake. Yes, they beat the Bills. 100%. Got it. They beat the Texans. It's a fucking piss wash of a team. You played the Philadelphia Eagles. First of all, it sounded like it was at Lincoln Financial Field. It was ridiculous. It sounded like they showed Taylor Swift on the screen and she got booed.
Yeah, I saw that.
The Chiefs defense stopped Saquon, but their immediate response was they brought the safety down and they kept playing, oh, we're going to stop the run. And then there's Jalen Hurts throwing dimes. Like what I tell you before the game, I said AJ Brown needs at least 7 to 8 targets if the Eagles are going to win this game. Yep. He played out of his mind. Same with Devontae Smith, out of his mind. That Jahan Dotson catch was gross.
Oh my God.
Like those 2 first penalties, by the way, like the NFL needs to do something about the refereeing. Those 2 penalties, the offensive pass interference on AJ Brown, I was screaming. You would have thought it was a Bills game. I was cheering for the Eagles so hard. It was ridiculous. But even the one that they called on Kansas City for defensive pass interference, I was like, man, that's a bad call too.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. It was a ridiculous game. And
it was.
You know what? My favorite part, Cooper DeJean, baby. Pick 6. I've never felt better. I saw a funny fucking thing. And it was Cooper DeJean, a white cornerback, taking a pick 6 back on his birthday with Donald Trump in attendance is the most disrespectful thing ever.
It's just that defense, man. So first of all, I wouldn't even say the score. Eagles won 40-22. Realistically, at one point it was like 40-7 or whatever it was. So that 22 doesn't even fucking matter because it was like all in the second half. In the game, the Eagles defense just stopped trying because I knew it was fucking over. By the way, I'll say that Mahomes final throw to Worthy in the final minute was pretty fucked. That last touchdown by Xavier Worthy,
still lost.
Just a go ball.
He still lost.
60-yard, but yeah, he fucking
still
loser.
Lost. Fuck you.
But I'll say it. Jalen Hurts MVP. I'm gonna break down his stats. He was 17 for 22, 77%, 221 passing yards, 2 passing TDs, 1 rushing TD. Push tush. Interception, 119 rating or passer rating, and 72 rushing yards. He balled out. He fucking pickpocketed the defense or the Chiefs secondary. And I mean, they kept running the ball. Saquon, I don't think he had a over 6-yard gain. Saquon or rushing one,
He
but
ran for 9 yards.
I mean, they played the game they needed to do to win. And I mean, I'm gonna break down some of this Eagles defense. So Zach Bond, 5 tackles, interception. And that interception was insane. Josh Sweat, 6 tackles, 2.5 sacks. Cooper DeJean, pick 6. And Milton Williams, never even heard of him, 2 sacks and a forced fumble.
Yeah,
I mean,
gross. Give me Patrick Mahomes' stat line, please.
I don't even fucking have it. I don't even know what it is. I don't care. Should I bring it up here? Let's see if I can find it. Also, I want to talk about, I saw this, I think the Score and ESPN posted this. So, so Eagles had Carson Wentz and they traded him to the Colts, 3-4 years ago, right? The picks that were acquired in that trade from Indiana, have you seen what these picks were used to either draft or trade up to get these players? So the picks that acquired from the Carson Wentz trade, they used to flip for Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, Jalen Carter, and Cooper DeJean.
Damn. God damn. All right. Wasn't that crazy, actually? It's actually pretty good. Like, he was 21 for 32, 257 passing yards, which literally all of them.
Second half. That's like second half.
Not even, dude, it was 34-0 with 3 minutes left in the third quarter. They scored 24 points in a quarter.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. 3 touchdowns.
I wasn't, when it was 24-0, like, I'm like, this is not over. Like, this is like, I don't care what time it is. I know he's not Brady, but I mean, it's not over.
No.
Yeah, keep going.
3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He took 6 sacks. It says, did he not lose a fumble? There was a fumble.
Yeah, there was a fumble because I had Williams have a forced fumble.
Yeah. So he had 3 turnovers for 3 touchdowns. Can't win a Super Bowl with 30 turnovers. Travis Kelce had literally 4 for 39. If you're Worthy had 8 for 157. That's wild.
I was say, well, like that, that last minute bomb to Worthy was actually pretty nuts.
Their giant free agent signing that was supposed to get them some more explosive weapons in DeAndre Hopkins, 2 for 18 and a touchdown.
Yeah,
and
he was complaining about the officials after the game.
Yeah, grow up. Be a man. Be a man. We all sit here and we watch these fucking games. Yeah, you play in them. We all watch them with this stupid fucking officiating, and 9 times out of 10, the Chiefs are on the beneficiary of it, so fuck off.
Yeah. So, there's not really much else to say for the Super Bowl. I mean, definitely not the outcome a lot of people wanted. People are saying it's up there for one of the most boring Super Bowls. I mean, this number one will always be Rams Patriots 2018, 2019 was like 10-3. They'll always be up there for one of the most boring Super Bowls I've ever seen.
Yeah, try fucking 43-8 Seattle versus Denver.
Oh my God. Yeah. Again, that's up there too. People say the Brady versus Mahomes Bowl just because of the hype that was in for it and the outcome. I mean, it wasn't, what was the score? 31-9 or something?
Yeah, it was like 31-9.
It was, and just the hype it had, it was a horrible game. But yeah,
I love watching that too. That made me so happy.
See Mahomes run around there.
Never will
make
he.
Some ridiculous throws, but
I saw someone making a fucking. Sorry, we can get on to hockey because hockey is definitely more important.
No, Super Bowl, baby.
Yeah. Again, I really didn't care about this game until literally yesterday, and then it was funny. Julia came over as well to watch the game, and she kept looking at me. She goes, "Go Birds!"
Go Birds.
Like, I saw someone complaining there was one part in the first quarter where Mahomes rolls to his left and then rolls back around to his right, and as he's like going to throw it, Jalen Carter swipes out his ankles and he like kind of hits his head slowly off the turf, and someone was making an argument that Mahomes was concussed and so he played bad. Like, dude, I'm not gonna lie, the pick he threw to Cooper DeJean,
a horrible throw.
It's a horrible throw. Horrible decision to make. Decision to make. Even the one like Zach Bond, that's an unbelievably athletic play.
Yeah.
I don't really think there's much more you can do there. That's just, it's an all-pro going up against an all-pro.
So yeah, we'll see how this offseason shapes for both teams. I think they both have quite a few free agents. People are expecting Kelce to be done, apparently from his speech he gave or something. That's the indication he's given, but we'll see. After losing so badly like that, it's so hard to just leave. I mean, if you had a good game and balled out, but lost, I would make it more understanding to leave. But for how badly they performed, I feel like he may come back just because, okay, that's just, we're not like that.
I'm
Right?
going to say something
It's their worst game of the year. All right, let's hear it.
I'm going to say something for myself, but I know it's not true. It's like, you're dating Taylor Swift. Higher. You have 3 Super Bowls. Go and jet around on her plane. Go everywhere. Hang out with her. Drink some wine. Smoke some cigars. Hang out with your brother. Hang out with your fucking nieces. Like, go have a family, dude.
Yeah.
You're 36. Go have a family. Like, I understand the want as a football player to continue playing, especially after a loss like that.
Yeah, worst game of the year.
But there's something poetic about both him and his brother going out on a losing Super Bowl.
To each other's teams, basically, right?
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
So, all right, let's it's NFL's done for a while. We'll keep talking about maybe, obviously there's the Myles Garrett situation, Deebo Samuel too, right?
That's wild.
Cooper Kupp, Bills, give you all of them.
Apparently, Deebo asked in the exit meeting. Could you imagine? So, Deebo, how do you think you played this year? Please trade me. I really don't want to be here. Please trade me.
So we'll keep updated with all NFL news. Even though there's gonna be no more games, we'll still be talking about all the updates. But yeah, hockey. We're gonna briefly talk about the Leafs, but I am so pumped up to talk about these 4 nations, and the lineups for the teams have been. At least it's the practice, but these are lineups that I'm pretty confident that's what the lines are going to be. But last 2 games for the Leafs, versus Calgary, 5-3 win, no Marner. Not really sure what that is, kind of an undisclosed injury. A solid win. Nylander's second career hat trick, and it was like 8 years or 7 years between his 2 hat tricks.
To the day.
Yeah, it was like, exactly. It was to the day.
Exact day.
Matthews 3 assists. I had Matthews anytime goal scorer, so Matthews suck on that. Fuck you. Riley looked a lot better this past week. I mean, he had a goal against Vancouver the other day. I still think the Leafs need another piece. If Riley's their number 1 offensive defenseman, that's issues.
When is the actual trade deadline? Is it after the break?
Yeah, so this the 4 nations. The first game's the 12th, so on Wednesday when will be released, and it's 2 weeks, so it will be February 22nd, I believe, is the finals, and then the trade deadline's like early to mid-March. I think it's like March 12th or something like that.
Oh, so there's still time.
There's definitely still time, but the Leafs have to make a move. I don't care. I am tired of seeing that the Leafs need another defensive defenseman. No, we do not. We do not need a defensive defenseman. We have McCabe. We have Tanev, 2 arguably most underrated defensive defensemen in the league. Ekman Larsson's a solid defender. Connor Timmins, all these. Riley's a solid. He's okay defender. But we don't need that. We need a puck mover. There's not a lot on the market. There's like a Provorov who I don't hate. But look at all these teams. Like, they had guys who can move the puck up. Like, if Riley's their number 1 D-man, we got problems. We have definitely problems. If you have another guy like Riley, and then, like, if you have 6 top 4 D-men, that can get it done. Maybe not win a Stanley Cup, but that can get it done. But if you have Riley as your number 1, then it's not good enough. I mean, what was the score against Seattle? I forget what the score against Seattle was, but 3-1. I really hope they keep these lines that they had the last few games. Also, lost to Vancouver 2-1. I actually thought they played pretty good. They just couldn't score. But I thought they actually played a good game. Berube said as well, good effort. But I really hope they keep Matthews, Domi, Nyes, and Marner, Nylander, Tavares. And then we got to figure out that third line. I know I really liked McMahon, Robertson, and Domi. But I like Matthews and Domi. I think Matthews really elevates Domi's game. I don't want Marner and Matthews on the same line, even though they dominate. You need to split it up. And I think Marner and Nylander is a lot more offensive, and then Nylander and Matthews can drive a line better with a Domi and a Matthew Nyes. A heavier game and let that second line skill line do some work.
I was going to say, like Nylander and Marner together are just like, Nylander definitely dances around with the puck, but Marner also more kind of takes his time to let plays develop, where it seems like whenever Austin Matthews is really just ready to shoot, he shoots. Like you need, especially with guys like a Domi, like I feel like he needs to play with people who will elevate his game. Or if he's playing on a third line with like Robertson and McMahon, he will just kind of be a setup man and not actually look for chances himself, where I think he can actually, like we saw it last year in the playoffs, like he can move the puck and he can put the puck in the net.
Yeah,
he just needs to trust himself and actually shoot the puck.
Yeah. So now Four Nations time. I'm so pumped for this. I can't believe it's finally here. I think they've been teasing for a while, but first game's on Wednesday. So February 12th, like I said, Wednesday, Canada versus Sweden. February 13th, USA versus Finland. 15th, Finland, Sweden. USA, Canada. Then 17th on the Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, what the fuck it is. Canada, Finland, USA, Sweden. And then top two teams go to the championship. After looking at these rosters, I don't think Sweden or Finland stands a chance. At the beginning, I was a lot more optimistic, but their depth is not even close. Like Sweden's top center right now, or at least has the projection chart, is Zibanejad and Pettersson, both having horrendous seasons. The Canada has McDavid, McKinnon, Crosby as their centers. Like, what are you going to do against that? Did you see Canada's lineup?
Yeah, I did.
It's the
Is
top
Crosby,
six.
is they Crosby playing?
Yeah, he said he's good to go. He said he's playing.
Okay.
So the first line is, or whatever, they'd probably rotate, is Crosby, McKinnon, and Mark Stone. Love that. Crosby, McKinnon was no-brainer. I know people at the beginning of the year wanted Marchand in there for the Nova Scotia line, but Marchand is just having a bit of a down year. And I mean, if you put him with those guys, I'm sure he'd produce, but I really like Mark Stone there. True winner, one of the best two-way forwards in the league. And then a line of McDavid, Marner, and Reinhardt is just absolutely ridiculous. It's so crazy. And then third line, what was the third line? I have the lineups here. But yeah, did you see the first power play unit? Might be the best power play unit I've ever seen.
No, I don't think I did. I think I saw all the early graphics, but I think a lot of it's changed.
So it's this is all this from first practice. This may easily change. Yeah, people are blowing up on my. I said Hughes is a good defenseman or solid defensive is not as bad defensively as people think he is. And these two Vancouver Edmonton fans are just going at it in my replies. It's absolutely hilarious.
That's what I like to see. It's great for the program.
I stir it. I just stir it. You know what I mean? I don't do much else.
Oh, a little chef there.
I just stir it up. I don't ask for too much. You know what I mean? But the power play is it's McCarr at the point. And then you have Crosby, McKinnon on one side, McDavid, and Reinhardt. It's absurd.
The U.S. team looks pretty good too, though, do they not? Especially the U.S. goaltending.
It's just that's the only worry I have with Team USA versus Canada. But their depth, you can argue all you want. I don't think Team USA's depth is close to Team Canada's. Like, your third line center is Vincent Trocheck. Yeah, he's good. He's not a fucking McDavid, McCarr, or McKinnon, or Crosby.
I'll tell you right now, I don't know him, so no, he's not.
That's all I need to know. And USA not having Quinn Hughes is a kick in the dick. He's arguably, I tweeted this, and this is what the beef started with. I said he's the best American in the world. I think he's right now, because Matthews' injury and everything, like he's probably the leading Norris. He's over point per game. Like, he's the best American in the world. So him not playing is detrimental to that team. But here's the thing with Canada's goaltending, because that's kind of what their issue is. And I think it's Aiden Hill or Jordan Binnington are going to be the 1 and 2. People are like, because Aiden Hill won the Stanley Cup with Vegas. Excuse me, right? 2 years ago. And his numbers were actually insane in the playoffs. It was like a .930 save percentage and a 1.9 GAA or whatever it was, which is absurd numbers. They're like, but his team in front of him was so good. Okay, well, isn't Team Canada's fucking roster good? Wouldn't their roster be better than Vegas's roster? So I think these guys are 100% good enough to just I don't say make a buy to disrespect them like that, but like with the team in front of them, yes. Are they a Connor Hellebuyck who's going to win his third Vezina? No. Are they Jake Andre, all these guys? No, but I don't know. I think our offense is going to be too detrimental. I think we can get it done. I think to me, we're by far the favorite. I was so 50-50 before. Now I'm even more confident, especially without Quinn Hughes. But yeah, I'm excited for game 1, Canada versus Sweden. Finland stinks. I don't care what anyone says. They're not that good. I don't know if you checked out their roster. They have a ton of injuries. That's kind of why I'm saying this as well. Heiskanen's out, the best Finnish defenseman in the league. When your third best defenseman on your roster is Joni Hakanpää, who has barely played a game with the Leafs this year, I don't give a shit about you. Like, your forwards are good. You have Aho, Rantanen, and Barkov. Unbelievable. Like, Barkov, I mean, arguably is like one of the best two-way centermen in the league. Stanley Cup champion, all this. I don't think their rosters, Finland and Sweden, I don't think they compare with USA and Canada.
I can't wait. to watch JT Miller line up Elias Pettersson.
That they may have to put a ref like attached to Elias Pettersson's hit because he might get fucking killed.
Dude, if I'm JT Miller, I'm going in there with one mission. I don't give a fuck if we win. I don't give a fuck whatever. I'm running him over, and then as soon as the video comes out of me running over Elias Pettersson, I'm immediately sending it to the Canucks GM and saying, "This is what you have."
It's just
like
so the Vancouver's record actually they're 3-0-1 since the trade, but Pettersson has like 1 point. But yeah, I mean,
you got 1 point against the Leafs. I think that's it.
Yeah,
in their last
exactly.
3 games.
He had assist. Yeah, and I don't think the beef is as big as I think I said this last podcast. I don't think it's as big as other people are saying it is. But again, I think it's because of how their play around it and Vancouver. Because, I mean, they're a win away from the finals. Because, I mean, I know it's a stretch, but they're Game 7, 1 goal from beating Edmonton in Game 7 in the second round. Edmonton beat Dallas. Would Vancouver beat Dallas? I don't know. But they're basically a win away from the conference finals, maybe the Stanley Cup finals. So the expectations were so high. And with the pretty similar roster, maybe even better, right? And with the play of those two guys not nearly up to par, both 100-point players last year, right? Or damn near. I think there's a feud, but I don't think it's so bad that they absolutely despise each other. I think it was a scapegoat. My opinion. I don't think it was that bad.
Even if I'm JT Miller, if I got used as a scapegoat,
he's getting killed.
Running him over.
It may be dirty too, like honestly, because these players are definitely going to care for this Four Nations game 100%. But honestly, it's just a tease for the Olympics. I think that's all it is. Like it's so big.
I wanted to talk to you about this because my dad and my brother were really making me angry about this because they were like, these players aren't going to want to play that hard because, you know, they have contracts and they want to play. And I was like, this is a million times better than the All-Star game. And the NFL needs to figure out something along the lines of doing you can't do the same thing.
No,
but they need to figure out something that works better. Like my dad was saying, and this is just a quick little detour. My dad was saying that he would rather have the two teams who don't make it to the Super Bowl play in like a consolation game. And I was like, that's ridiculous, number one. And then I said to them, I was like, the one thing that I could see maybe happening is the idea that got floated around earlier this year where the two bottom seed teams in the AFC and the NFC, or whoever it is, plays each other for the number 1 overall pick. But no one's going to do it.
I don't know. I've seen that idea float around in the NHL too. Personally, I think it's stupid.
Yeah, me too. I think it's dumb.
Because why? Because if you're fighting for the overall pick, you're not the worst team. So it doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know.
It's just when they said that they weren't. I'm so excited for this. Like, I'm a big glued to the TV. I'm so excited for this. And when my brother was like, oh, it's kind of stupid, I was like...
They haven't had best on best since, I think, the 2016 World Cup. So it's almost 10 years now. And with the hype of Olympics this coming winter, believe it or not, like, this is just such a build-up, and I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm pumped.
But yeah, that's not enough for hockey right now. When we get back, it'll be nice because the Four Nations will still be going on. We'll probably be talking about the finals in the first week of it. But yeah, let's wrap it up with the PGA. It was looking like I was dead, and then I had a glimpse of hope. But then Jackson pulled out the win in our Phoenix Open bracket, or at least our draft here. So I'll bring it down. So I drafted Scottie Scheffler, who had like 3 bogeys in a row. Or 2 bogeys in a row in the back 9, finished 25th at 9 under. Hideki also finished 25th, 9 under. And Max Homa missed the cut after a 5-over round, then a 2-under round. Which I was out for our boy. Yeah, that's friend of the program right there. And then the winner is Jackson, sadly. We don't respect that. Basically, JT carried him the victory. He had an incredible... This is a solid all-around tournament. 5 under, 3 under, 1 under, then 6 under on Sunday. Finished 6th at 15 under. And then he picked Kitayama, who was 5 under, he was a 2-over on round 3, which that's why I thought I was pulling ahead in Scottie Scheffler. If he finished on par with JT, I would have taken the dub. But Scheffler decided to fuck off for the last few holes there. And then Ricky, after a 5 over round 1 and basically getting lost in the weeds, which people didn't really think was possible, he decided to leave. So, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I felt super good about Kitayama. Because when he played there last year, he played really well. We got to go to that tournament. That's one of the coolest looking fucking tournaments ever. Like, I don't know. I can't wait to play golf. Man.
Oh my God. I got my clubs, some of my clubs re-gripped. Oh, I was going to text you free promo to Golf Town. I'm sure they're listening. Of course they are. But you can get your clubs re-gripped for like low as like $7 for each club. So I got a few clubs re-gripped at Golf Town.
I think I probably only need my driver because I
just did my driver and my wedge.
New.
Yeah, so my driver was ripped, so I did my driver and I got my lob wedge re-gripped. I was debating on re-gripping my putter to a Super Stroke, but I don't know, it's a new putter. I like the grip so far. I'm just gonna keep it.
What putter do you have?
I got it's a Cleveland. I forget. I got it this summer. I forget what it is, honestly.
I've seen it before.
Yeah, I love it. It's a mid-size.
The Super Stroke
like
makes a huge difference.
I know, so I might keep riding with it because it is brand new. But
I love it. To be honest, I love it. Especially, I found that the mallet putter for me makes the biggest difference, especially for like long lag putts. Like it makes the biggest difference.
Yeah.
But no, I can't wait to play golf. I'm so pumped.
Yeah. I didn't watch too much of this because it sucks. Like some of these tournaments, like the coverage doesn't start till like 3:00 sometimes.
Well, this one always sucks because it gets shafted every year because it's on the same weekend the Super Bowl is. So the tee times are super early in the morning.
Yeah.
And then, the coverage doesn't start till like 1. So by the time you turn the coverage on, the leaders are almost already through like
Gentry
6
won
or 7.
After Gentry was already, he took the dub and it was
first ever
no one was
Belgian
really close.
player to win on the PGA.
Really?
First ever Belgian player.
He dominated. No, it wasn't even close. He big birdie on 16, 17 drove the green. Like it was over. He was
the Canadian players also were playing. Like Adam Hadwin on 16, I think was birdie all week.
Big dick energy right there.
Yeah. Dude, the Canadians are playing well. You know who's not playing super great is Corey Connors.
No, he's not. He's not playing well. You want to get to so next weekend, I think it's another elevated event. It's the Genesis.
That's huge.
I love the Genesis.
I think they might have got announced that Tiger's playing soon too.
I'm not sure, but it's an incredible field. This is going to be a loaded draft we got here. You got the first overall pick this time because I had last time with Scotty. I have the field in front of me, but do you want to take it away with your first pick?
I just have to make sure Rory's playing.
He is. I have the list right here. If you want to say a name, I can just tell you.
Yeah, Rory.
Rory?
Yeah.
Our first few picks for these, like this whole PGA season, might be pretty boring. But
doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
It's the old faith. I ride or die with my guys. Kurt Kitayama was a pull from left field last week.
I mean, you won. At one point, after round 3, we were dead even. Both guys cut. Both Kitayama and Hideki were both like 5 under. And Scheffler and JT were like 8 under. Like it was so neck and neck, and then Scheffler decided to shaft me. But yeah, so you got Rory. I mean, go Scotty Scheffler. I'm gonna go Scotty Scheffler with this one.
Imagine that. I don't know who I want. Tiger withdrew from the Genesis. It's his event. You know what? Give me Justin Thomas.
Okay. It's an insane field.
That's why I'm having trouble.
Give me Victor Hovland.
That's good. I like that.
Might be a season debut, actually. I don't know if he wasn't.
No, I think you played it earlier in the year. Yeah, you should.
Your last pick here, brother.
This is tough.
I know exactly what I'm picking in.
Zalatoris is a bad pick, but I want him.
I was close to picking Zalatoris. I mean, he was runner-up last year, so.
Give me Max Homa. I'd take him for a bounce-back week.
All right. I just want an all-star team here. I'm just going to go with the guy who I can't believe he didn't pick there. I'm just going to call him Morikawa. It's a pretty loaded 3 I got there. I mean, it's maybe it's a boring 3 picks. I play for the W. If you think about it, though,
I play for fun. You play.
Well, no, I play to win. I play to win. But I will say, I mean, well, I'm not going to say it.
And wait,
here, no, okay, wait, hold on here. If you look at the picks. If you look at the picks and you combine them, basically, technically I win. both our points and where our guys finished. You won, whatever. I mean, we're neck and neck, and arguably that the win should have went to the committee, and the committee should have looked it over. But I felt bad.
This is just the first time hearing about it, so that's very interesting for you to bring that up here and kind of catch me off guard. That's very interesting.
Well,
and where is this committee?
They're watching TV upstairs right now.
It looks like I got a committee just down the road.
All right, or we'll make sure.
I'm going to be watching it like a fucking hawk this week.
I'm excited too. We also have the long weekend is coming up too, so it's gonna be. I'm not going to London this weekend for Valentine's Day, which is nice. I'll be home, watch Canada game. Be nice.
Was Caitlin coming?
She's gonna be home. That's why I'm not going for that reason. But quickly, shut up. I want to quickly. Do you see all this TGL news? Their viewership is dropping.
Yeah, dude, they're doing a horrible job of marketing.
Well, you see the Fleetwood error? He basically pured an iron on a par 3, and the ball it tracked the divot, not his ball, and it went like 10 yards.
Yeah, it's
like the first week was like 800,000. Second week was 1 million or close to it because it was
Tiger's
Rory
debut.
Tiger, and then it's gone. I don't know what it is now, but it's gone lower and lower. It's such a cool idea, but it's one of those things where it's so risky because the technology isn't perfect, which technology right now is never really perfect.
They just haven't marketed it well. They haven't marketed it well at all. They need to do more marketing for it. Also, on at weird times, you need to be able. TV stations aren't going to take a chance on it, but you need to be able to find a TV like a channel that is going to take a chance on it. Give you a set time every week.
Yeah.
You know, like I've watched a few times. It's fun, but 9 times out of 10, I find myself on my phone. Like, it's not like watching a live event. A live event's a million times better.
Yeah. Yeah. So just want a quick toss on the TGL. Ready for the lock of the week? But it's kind of boring.
Whoa. There's one more thing we got to talk about.
What are we talking about here?
Just real quick, UFC.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it either.
I didn't watch it either. I was out for my anniversary with my lovely fiance. And you were out at the law formal with Caitlin. But I was sitting there and Taylor and I get back from the keg. Also, quick sidetrack. It starts puking snow here. The only reservation I can get for the keg is at 8 p.m. It starts puking. No, there's like 6 inches of snow on the ground. This Uber like comes to pick us up and I set the Uber, like I scheduled the Uber for later. Smart. Uber comes and picks us up. You can't see any lines on Dundas and he's just driving down the middle of the road. It's like, all right. So we're at the keg for about like an hour and a half. Call the Uber to come and get us. First of all, they give us a guy in goddamn Hamilton who's going to drive from Hamilton to Waterdown to pick us up. Then they give us another Uber. This guy comes and picks us up. He goes to pull out of the keg parking lot and he pulls around the wrong side of the keg and is heading directly towards 2 snowbanks where the dumpsters are. Slams on the brakes, throws it in reverse, immediately spins his just let me get home. But we get home, we're chilling in bed. Taylor falls asleep. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll turn the fights on. I look to see where they're at in the card. There's still 3 fights left, and it was fucking midnight.
Oh,
I was like, dude, I'm not staying up till 2 a.m. to watch fucking Sean versus Drickus.
Nah.
And Drickus dismantled him. Like, it wasn't even really a good fight. There was really
his nose was on his other side of his face.
Yeah, there was no real great fights. Like Zhang Wei Li beat Tatiana Suarez, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, we can go.
I hopped on the parlay that you tossed in, and I've been cold. I've been ice cold these past few weeks.
I had 5 bets last night.
I had 4, so I mean, it's like
I went 0 for 5.
Yeah, I went 0 for 4, so I mean.
Taylor was closer.
Saquon anytime should have been a lock. And,
that's what I was saying today. I was like, dude, people lost millions. Vegas profited last night.
Oh, yeah. So
Vegas profited.
My lock of the week. So right now we're both 1 and 2. We lost week 1. We won week 2. And then we lost week 3. And we lost week... Well, no. We're 1 and 2?
Yeah. Yeah. No, we're 1 and 3.
Jesus Christ. All right. So we're gonna get back on track here. Okay, so mine, Luka Doncic's debut, so I thought that'd be a fun one to bet. My God, Luka Doncic 7+ assists. He's still battling an injury, so I think he's gonna be dishing the ball to LeBron and Austin Reeves the whole night. So I got Luka Doncic 7+ assists, LeBron James 25+ points, But I also have Luka 4+3s. Not a crazy payout. $5 to win 25.
I also have a lock of the week that involves Luka.
Yeah,
Give me one
it's
second.
probably the biggest night. Like, it's not a lot's going on tonight, so I think it's probably the biggest event going
No,
on.
there's nothing going on. It's literally the Lakers game. I mean, there's a whole bunch of other hockey games, but
will I watch the late game? No. Will I just go to bed hoping we win? Yeah, that's all I care about.
100%. I got Luka 30 plus points, Luka 8 rebounds, Luka 7 assists, Luka 4 3-pointers made, and the Lakers money line.
Okay. Before we do bet the farm, I'm gonna go to our penalty box segment. This one may come of a shock to you. I was gonna do Jeff Saturday and Dominic Foxworth, but we kind of already talked about him. My penalty box, I love him to death. He's a big reason why I wanted to go into podcasting or start a podcast. But in my penalty box, I have Spin Chiclet's own Paul Bissonnette.
Damn.
His comments on Connor Bedard were so stupid and didn't make any fucking sense. Saying he's playing pond hockey. What the hell does that mean? What do you mean by he's playing pond hockey? Yes, Chicago is a dumpster fire. They're a horrible team, but Bedard's playing the best hockey he's played in NHL right now. Like, he's playing really good. He's like 21 points left, 21 games. Is he defensive responsible right now? No. He's played a year and a half, again, on a shitty-ass team. Wouldn't you want your young guy, if your team's that shit? Yes, you want him to learn the fundamentals. You want him to adapt all elements of the game. The biggest thing is you want to make sure he keeps up his confidence. And he plays with tons of confidence, which is, yes, there'll be growing pains along the way. But if your team is shit, like that bad, I don't care too much about losing your man on a 3-on-3, all this shit. This pond hockey. Are you saying Connor McDavid doesn't kind of make pond hockey type moves when he plays, all these like dangles and shit like that? What does that mean? And now I love Biz. He's on Twitter now saying, remember this moment, kid. And then he's talking like Bedard to get more points and he's going to be the reason. Well, I thought those comments were just ridiculous. I didn't think they made any sense. He's finally starting to put up points. Yes, again, if it's a defensive game there right now, no. He's on the worst team in the NHL with the worst surrounding cast in the NHL. Let him run wild. Once your team starts to develop some more prospects, starts to get better, bring in free agents, then we'll start developing that two-way game. I'm not saying you can't develop that two-way game now, but don't ruin his confidence. Let's let him run wild. He's getting better every single game. Shut up with these pond hockey talks. It made zero sense to me, so that's why he's in my penalty box.
I have a quick question. Wouldn't you say it would be better when the team is shit to kind of figure out everything, especially with like playing two ways and everything? Like, wouldn't it be better to kind of nail it down? I understand what you're saying with like,
yeah,
the comments are a little bit aggressive, but wouldn't you think that like he should really be kind of honing in everything, especially because like obviously it's tough. The team's shit. You probably don't want to be playing hockey in Chicago right now.
No, I know what you mean. And by the way, I'll backtrack. Like, I'm sure they are teaching him this stuff. I'm sure he is learning it. I'm sure all this is just like, yeah, he's going to have off nights. And again, I'd rather him just kind of run wild and kind of figure out. And again, I'm sure they're teaching him all this. I'm sure. But again, when you're down 5-0 in a game, it's like, hey, let's just run wild.
Yeah,
let's just get some points on the board. But yeah, I still don't understand. I understand like the two-way. I don't know what he means by pond hockey. He didn't really dive into what he means by that kind of dipsy doodling, all that shit. I mean, McDavid had to learn the hard way. McDavid had to kind of learn that two-way game, and he's not the best two-way centerman in the NHL, but I mean, we're talking about Connor McDavid here. But yeah, I just didn't really get the comments, and he's played a year and a half, and both his teams have been absolutely horrendous. And he's gotten better defensively. He's not the best at draws, but he will get better. Like last year, he was like a -40, which I don't think he's that right now, but you never know. I think just give him a surrounding cast, develop, because even when they get a better surrounding cast, they're still going to be a bottom team. They're not stiffing players for another 4 or 5 years, arguably. So I think right now, let him run amok and kind of learn him, teach him along the way as the team gets better.
Yeah. All right. I don't really have anyone that I'm like, I mean, not to get like political, but did you see the guy? Did you see the guy who I think he was a dancer for Kendrick Lamar? And during the halftime show, he pulled out a Palestinian flag.
I did see that. Yeah, I did see that.
It's just like, I think, especially with some of these things, like it's like you're putting yourself so at risk when you do this stuff. And I completely understand that people that's the best way to get views is to do things on the biggest stage, and especially then you have millions and millions. Some people don't even watch the fucking Super Bowl and they just watch the halftime show.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I get it if you want to get your cause across, but it just seems to be becoming more and more a thing. Like the Netflix, not necessarily a person in the penalty box, but like going to these events where there's professional athletes and everything playing. Then this one wasn't like professional athletes. It's just Kendrick Lamar's halftime show. To be honest,
Yeah.
the guys shouldn't be in the penalty box because it added more flair to the fucking boring ass halftime show anyway.
Here at Bud's Mafia, we're mainly about the politics. That's what we love to talk about.
Strictly politics.
Strictly politics with a splash of hockey and football. But no, just kidding. No, I agree with you. I understand what you're trying to say here.
Yeah, I'm trying to really dance a fine line and not be like, not lose my job.
Fuck, man. We like to dance here. You know what I mean?
No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not saying that people shouldn't be allowed to protest. I'm just saying that there's definitely fuck.
You're really dancing right now. Let's talk about betting the farm today. Let's go into betting the farm.
Might just have to cut that part out.
I know I'm kind of the goat at betting the farm. I think I bring the energy. My bets have been so close to hitting. This one's a bit boring. It's only 19 legs. Last week, I think I was like plus 300,000 odds. This one's I'll be like plus 80,000. But again, it's all basketball.
Got me beat. You still
you're a little boy when it comes to that stuff. So I got Orlando Magic over the Atlanta Hawks. They're winning by 7 right now. The Cavs are the Minnesota Timberwolves. Early payout already done. Cha-ching. I have the Spurs over the Wizards. I have the Celtics over the Heat. I have the Nets over the Hornets. I have the Warriors over the Bucks. I have the Thunder over the Pelicans. I have the Kings over the Mavericks. Anthony Davis is out. That's why I did that. Nuggets over Portland. I have the Lakers. Luka Doncic's debut against the Utah Jazz. Now we're headed to darts. And let me tell you about some young superstar Luke Littler, who is taking over the dart game. I have him over Rob Cross, who just retired, buddy. Are going against Luke Littler. I have Michael Van Gerwen, arguably. It's basically Luke Littler's the Mahomes and Michael Van Gerwen's the Brady. You know what I mean? Michael Van Gerwen's beating Stephen Bunting. I have a Gerwin Price beating Nathan Aspinall. Fuck out of here. I have Luke Humphreys beating Chris Dobie. And then we're going to skip a day or 2 days. I have Canada beating Sweden. They're minus 250 in that game. I have Finland pulling off the upset against USA. Right now, Ryan said it first. Now, tonight, college basketball, I have Houston beating Baylor, Florida Atlantic beating Charlotte, then Nevada beating Fresno State. 20 cents to win 150.
Like, you're betting Yellowstone fucking Ranch, dude. God damn.
It's just, I don't know. Do you want to bet the farm or do you want to be a little child? Like, you can do what you want to do.
I think mine's an 11 pick parlay at 33,000. Plus 33,000.
You're betting.
I actually put money on it.
You're betting the doghouse. You're not betting the farm like I am, but do what you want to do.
I also have Canada winning I have Canada winning the entire tournament. So we're going very far ahead.
Let's go. So by the time the next bet the farm happens, this one will still not be done.
Correct. There will be live updates. I actually feel pretty good about this one. I have the Trailblazers over the Nuggets, which in hindsight probably not a great pick. I have the Kings over the Mavericks.
Yeah, I have that too.
I have the Thunder over the Pelicans, currently up 12-5. I have the Warriors over the Bucks, currently up 17-6. Then I have Jakub Witowski, and he is currently winning in ping pong.
It's huge. You love that ping pong match.
Dude, the ping pong betting is actually so much fun. I made a couple ping pong bets this weekend just for fun.
You got a problem. You got a problem.
Yeah, 100%.
We'll talk about it later. Yeah.
100%. No, we won't. Anyway, and then I also have Luka over 30. Luka 10 plus rebounds. Luka 7 assists, 4 plus 3-pointers made, and the Lakers money line.
So I think the exact same thing at the end there.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I mean, we'll
and it's $5 to pay out $1,600.
Okay.
So I might not bet the farm, but I'll get the farm back. I
think what we're gonna start doing is I'll do bet the farm, and you'll bet the little girls' playhouse. That's kind of what we're gonna call from now on. 2 different segments, still a lot of fun.
I might have to stop betting.
Once you make it to the big leagues, then you can give me a call. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now.
I'm just looking at my history right now.
We at the bar on Saturday, we looked at our last Saturday or 2 Saturdays ago. We looked at kind of our differential over the years, and I wasn't as bad as I thought. I was kind of like
look at mine.
I was like a minus $80, from it was like 900 to like 810 or something. So I'll take that all day. I think one of our friends, I'm not going to call out who wasn't there that night, but he was like,
he's in the hole. We'll just say he's in the hole.
Yeah. 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 He's in the hole.
He's making himself a fucking.
Yeah, man, it's another great episode of Buds and Pucks, or Buds Mafia from Buds and Pucks. Yeah, I mean, no more Leaf talk for this next 2 weeks, but a lot of Four Nations. Hopefully we have an update with all, the Myles Garrett, Cooper Kupp talk, Deebo Samuel, and then the Genesis this weekend. I think my team is stacked. I don't think you have a chance. And yeah. All right, brother. Always great to see you. I miss you from working. We used to work together every day, but it's
you must be lonely
right
right now because fucking Nick's in Winnipeg.
Yeah, he's in the beautiful Winnipeg right now. We love you, Winnipeggers. You're the pride of Canada, basically, But yeah, always good seeing you on Mondays. And remember, make sure to follow Buds and Pucks on Instagram, Twitter, or X, whatever the fuck you want to call it. TikTok.
Subscribe on YouTube.
Often. Subscribe on YouTube. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Good Pods, and we're obviously on Spotify. Give us a checkout on all those, and we will see you next time of Buds Mafia. I'll see you later, Jackson.
Cheers, brother.
Fakes left, now taken off. Gonna run for it.